This is This Morning on ITV. You can call it TMI. You will definitely be right on point. Before we go into the discussion, just briefly, let's take a look at some of the headlines making rounds in our daily, after which we'll put the show on the road. Don't forget, my guests are already seated. Later, I'm going to introduce them. And of course, the special guest of honor, so we are having via Zoom, I'm going to be introducing him, but not after the paper's headline of This Morning on ITV. Let's go to the papers. Let's see what they have in store for us. This day newspaper, we have these headlines. At COP28 summit, Tinubu commits Nigeria to ending gas flaring. All right, unfolds bold agenda for a greener Nigeria with rollout of 100 electric buses. Challenges U.S. China to do more for Earth. And of course, a $1 billion new grant mobilized since COP27, says Kerry. Kenya President Tinubu's removal of petrol subsidy needed for Africa's development. Now, this is the headline saying on this day newspaper. Now, moving on to the next paper, Tribune. On the Tribune, we have these headlines. Methane emission. Tinubu promises UN climate change. Now, that is a headline there. We have a new CBN directive, 75 million bank accounts under threat. Out of 133.5 million active accounts, only 59 million are linked with BVN. Now, that's quite shocking. Also rejects Tinubu's student loan idea, demands grant scheme. How Nigerian government kill major businesses. Okay. 2024 preparation bill. Lawmakers demand refund of capital project funds on palliatives. 3 Oyo traditional monarch died, and of course 9 in the hospital due to an auto crash. Now, that is quite tragic, very, very tragic. The next paper, please. Let's see what Daily Trust have in store for us. A budget of limited hope while Nigeria's forex crisis persists. Foreign businesses lost over 900 billion naira in 2023. Government running on life support, says expert. Forex liquidity rising, says CBN. Now, these are headlines seen on the Daily Trust. I support new security initiatives of Northern governors, says Ango Abdullahi. Moving on. The Nation. On The Nation, we have these headlines. Resignation, protest, trail Ondo LG caretaker committee appointment. Don't forget that I talked about this and why the Senate kicked against this, okay? We may dive into that every time will permit us. Silent war in PDP as Atiku. Governors came for control. Ex-VP backs Ayu's legal battle to return as chair. Bala Mohammed orders Saraki yet to yield to pressure to lead party. Okay? For COP28, we have to enable one of these 100 electric buses for greener Nigeria. 60 years of pollution, desolation in Ogun. And of course, the last paper, which is the Guardian newspaper, we have these headlines. Bold one, housing deficit. Landlords are driving us crazy with rents. Tenants cry out. Now, that is really disturbing. Very, very disturbing. But I believe that somewhere, somehow, we'll really get out of this debacle of housing deficits in Nigeria. Now to the talk for today. In course of opening the show, I talked about the topics we'll be talking on. Yes, EDO 2024, intrigues and strategies of political parties. And of course, political parties are made up of aspirants, electorates, concerned bodies, you just name it, just to make a point or to make one goal a reality, to produce someone that will lead EDO in the next 4 years. With me here in the studio, I have very, very vibrant personalities. Yes, they're all vibrant in their various political party. One from the PDP, the other from Labour, the other one from APC, and of course via Zoom we'll be having someone join us. But let's start the introduction from my extreme left. He is Honorable Odigye Wadai. Welcome to TMI, Honorable. And a political analyst, political affairs commentator, a very vibrant Nigerian. Welcome to TMI. I appreciate your coming.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning, viewers.
So very close to me is another vibrant youth, a political analyst, political affairs commentator, a political bigwig also in the PDP. And I'll just not forget to mention why there is have the sympathy for LP, isn't it? Yes, LP. Or why the person I'm introducing right now, he is a Sosa. Yes, a very strong member and a supporter of the PDP, a political analyst, the grassroots mobilizer to the core. Welcome to TMI. I appreciate your coming.
Good morning. Thank you, viewers.
So very close to him, you get to hear put food on the table. You will not see or hear all these things happen, okay? He is the voice of the masses. Join me to welcome Okoro Osahon Obaraye, and of course a very active member of the APC. Welcome to TMI.
Thank you so much. Thank
I appreciate
you so
your
much.
coming.
Happy New Month to you and my viewers at home. Thank you so much.
Now, via Zoom, the Honorable Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, the President of Honorable Monday Osaido, will be joining us in course of this discussion when he's through putting two and two together to really share his own thoughts and opinion in this particular discussion. Gentlemen, welcome once more. We're taking a look at the strategies and intrigues of political parties because of the forthcoming Edo State governorship election. I want to start off with you, Okoro Osahon Obaraye. You've seen parties, you've seen aspirants, you've seen the reactions of Edo citizens, and right now it's like it's heating up. The temperature, the polity is just going higher and higher as the day draw near. What do you have to say about this?
Thank you so much, my brother Wilson. God bless you. I think what we have for the very just now is what is happening, which is our focus is Edo 2024 on the party that will either come to Osadebe or retain Osadebe. And for the very just now as we speak, my darling party APC is very, very ready to go back to Osadebe and all other parties to doing same. You can also see that INEC has set the ball rolling, and you cannot also go against what INEC has said. INEC has told you this is supposed to be your day for primaries, this is a day for election, and the party also has opened up, spread out the space to say, let's move. As we speak now, we have over 37 serious party aspirants in our party, and they are all doing their best to get to the party from the grassroots down to the top to see how a new emerges. And we, as critical stakeholders, on various issues where we've been asked and where we've been able to speak to the party leadership at the highest hierarchy, is to advise them that this is the best time for us to get the best person for the job. This is also the best time, not just getting the best person, getting the person that has a link to the downtrodden. Because if you don't have the link to the downtrodden, no matter what you do up there, it will not trickle down. It's impossible. But if you have a link to the downtrodden, it will be more easier for you, the job done. And our party has also accepted our call to say, okay, they are going to put in that. And I think the most people that are in the party are grassroots people. This is not the time for us to start speaking pidgin English or direct English to our people. Our people have seen a lot. Our people have bled a lot. Our people The hunger in the land is small. Before now, we say, I always give examples with what can easily go by. If you want to eat in a restaurant, you'll be shy. But now, the food is not meant for the bourgeois. The talakawas no longer have it at all to eat. So the pain is eating hard. And so it's high time we change the ball game.
All right.
And so also the scenario, the people too are so eager to listen and also amend their ways.
All right.
On how to vote on the projection or who becomes the number one man wearing the number one jersey in a do.
All right.
While going to Sadebe.
All right. And for what you're saying, your party, they are ready.
Not just ready, very, very, very ready.
Very, very ready.
Yes, you mentioned the very 5 times.
Okay. Over 37 aspirants.
Yeah.
I'll come back to your Baraye. Honorable Sosa, you heard me said for the APC, they are very set, specifically pronounced it very 5 times. Very, 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 very ready. Yeah. What about your party, the PDP?
Thank you so much, Wilson. Thank you, EDO people. You can see that the PDP has already started consultations. We have been moving from place to place, particularly the actual contenders in the race, because I want to look at it from 3 perspectives. We have actual contenders. These are persons that are actually in the race. And then we have some who I want to call passers-by. They just want to pass by the electoral process or the political process.
In the same PDP?
Probably, it's across the board. Okay. Probably to stamp their popularity and sustain that popular appeal that they have with the people. And then we have the businessmen contenders who, on every 4-year term, you see these guys coming out to throw up campaigns and all that. And at the end of the election, they go back to their cocoon till the next 4 years. They are very much everywhere. Then for our party, we are not necessarily bothered about whether our candidate is close to. I don't know how, like Osahan said, that they want somebody who has a link with the people. I don't think there's any contender in this race or any aspirant in this race that does not have a link in one way or the other with the good people of Edo State. For you to have come out to say you want to succeed Governor Godwin Obaseki, a working governor, it shows that you must have 1 or 2 links with the people you want to govern. And in the PDP, all our aspirants, as we speak, you can trace their link with their people. For those in Edo Central, they have their link with the people. For those in Edo South, they have their link with the people. For those in the North, in Edo North, they have their link with the people. And we are ready. In fact, we are more than ready. We are more than ready than we were 4 years ago. We are more than ready than we were in 2016. And we are ready to sustain, we are ready to stay back in Osadebe Avenue, sustain the good ideas that the Obaseki-led administration has built up. Edo has grown beyond that business as usual kind of politics. We are not looking for a man that has the capacity, competence, and character to sustain the developmental ideas that the current government has initiated. It's a foundation. It's a foundation. And you must be able to get someone that thinks alike, someone that has been in this government, someone that has contributed extensively to the socio-political development of the Obaseki-led administration, and ensure that you continue on that path. We don't need a group of persons or a governor that want to take us to 10 years ago. Edo is developing today. Edo can stand shoulder to shoulder with states like Lagos, with states like Rivers, with states like Kano, and discuss developments on same table. Not like 20, 15 years ago. It wasn't like this. But you can see the various developmental initiatives from Ipobaha to Oredo, down to Ovia Southwest and Northeast, to Orion and all that, even to Edo Central, these things has to be sustained. That's why we are saying whoever is going to succeed Governor Godwin Obaseki, particularly from my party, has to be somebody that has contributed. There has to be evidential contribution. His contributions to the success, to the gains of this administration has to be evidential. And that person is who we are going to put forward and ensure that we galvanize the Edo people, mobilize the Edo people to stand behind him. And from what we have seen in the last 1 week, Edo people are very pleased with our frontline aspirants.
Okay.
They are very, very pleased. His people at home in Edo Central, his people at home in Ewoimi, his people at home in Okaigben, they are very, very pleased. We don't want to produce too many. We don't want to bring about too many people.
Okay.
We don't want to bring about 10 persons, 12 persons, promising. We have our candidates. We have our aspirants. And that is who we are queuing behind.
All right, it's final. I will come back to you, Honorable Esosa. You said you have just why you don't want it to be so much just because of one candidate.
There's no point of the politics.
Okay, I'll come back to you on that. Well,
also, I hit up the politics. This party is good at hitting up politics.
No, not to worry.
So they can be hitting up.
This is not time to throw jabs. This is not time to throw jabs. Let's keep our gloves down for now, please. Let's hands down for now, okay? Labour Party.
Yes.
You've heard the APC, the PDP. They are ready. Labour Party, are you guys ready?
Labour Party has ever been ready, ab initio. Labour Party is the party to beat at present in Edo State. Labour Party came into the limelight in the last general election. And majority of the voters in Edo State or the Edo likes, locally and in the diaspora, they all believe in obedient movement. And that is the only body or avenue to take us out of this quagmire. The problems created by the two political parties, APC and PDP, just like both of them rightly said, that the time has come for them to get a grassroots person. The import of that statement is that APC, they have been feeding a non-grassroots person. And also, with PDP, he said, well, what they have now, Obaseki is, what Obaseki has done has become a political mirage. What they do is trying to impose, as APC imposed Obaseki on Edo State. PDP want to also impose another governor on Edo State. We have passed that stage. It will never happen again. Whether presently PDP house is on fire, he's telling us that they are prepared.
Hold on.
I'm not done yet.
We are focusing on Labour now first. Are you ready?
Yeah, we are over ready. Like I said, we
before we start
ready.
throwing jabs,
Yeah.
your house, think about your house. There's time for that. Labour Party, are you ready? Your candidates, how many are there?
This is a positive jab, not to, but not below the belt. I have to throw the jab in order to let them know that the time has come. It is no business as usual. Labour Party, yes, we have a potpourri of aspirants, locally and from the diaspora. We have x-ray the problems, the economical problems, the political problems that have been bedeviling Edo State for so long. If a party says that Edo State is now like Lagos, Edo State is now like Kano, Edo State is now like Port Harcourt, Lagos like a mega city, that is a slum. If you are comparing Lagos as you are using Lagos as your yardstick to measure Sussex, then we have a problem in this country. Lagos is a slum. Lagos has absolutely nothing to offer when you compare mega cities all over the world.
Many would not agree to
So
that.
what I'm trying to say in essence is this. Listen, what I'm trying to say is yeah, because of our what we have, what we know. Oh, Lagos is this, Lagos is that. There is nothing special about Lagos. This is why PDP, they always go to Lagos and bring a machinery to come and govern the state. This is why APC, under Oshomole, will go to Lagos and bring a machinery, Obasanjo, to come and rule the state. We are done with this idea of bringing the Russian Wagner to come and rule Edo State.
All right.
Labour has,
all right,
we have strategized. Right. We are going to bring an Edo person, either from Edo North, Edo Central, or Edo South, to govern the state. Okay. Somebody that has a first address in Edo State, that has a business in Edo State, that pays tax in Edo State, that we know in Edo State. You can't go and bring somebody from Surulere. We say, oh, he was born 300 years ago in 1960. He's an Edo person. By parental reason, he's actually come and when you ask him where is he Biwe, say, I don't know a Biwe.
I'll come back to you. Like what I said, I just asked a question about how ready is your party and you're throwing jabs. That's like below the belt.
How ready is party.
You break. They didn't even talk about that. Because right now you broke through. You didn't answer the question, but obviously there'll be time for throwing jabs. Like what I asked about your party, it says it's over 37. A Labour Party, we don't know the numbers yet projected by your party. You never delved into that, and you were throwing jabs. Let's focus on the questions, please.
Esosa answered, say one. Say their party has
hold on. I will come back to Esosa on that. Because talking about strategies and policies or political parties ahead of 2024, that's what we're looking at right now. It's like everyone have their own strategy. Like what you said, over 37. Is that healthy for your party?
Extremely healthy.
How?
Extremely healthy, bro. The truth remains, you know, I'm at peace. I'm not going to sweat now because internally, not outwardly, we know who is going to win Edo 2024. Not here to come and...
You are not eyeing it.
I don't need to be eyeing it.
Okay.
I don't need to be eyeing it. I live in the streets. That is my abode. Yes, I don't live in the cliffs, in the streets. Internally. But I think we've passed there. I'm not here to try to tell you what will not be because of my person.
So back to the question.
Back to the question. You know what kills the party is when you don't give people the atmosphere to act on a polity. It kills it faster than HIV. It kills it faster than cancer. What is presently going on in others now is the issue of nobody should run. I can tell you that I have a friend, George Westosa is to me, that is presently contesting as a governorship aspirant in our party. He's his own campaign manager, he's the one fixing his billboard, he's the one campaigning for himself, he's the aspirant, he's the everything. But the party has given go. If I want to do tomorrow, go. That gives the competition healthy to go. Because everybody in the race knows that when the time comes, we know where the cripple passed. So we also know that out of these 30-something aspirants, these are the ones that we know we can put in front. Not also forgetting that our party will not just sit down to say, not putting zone into constitution, even if it's not constitutional. That's the truth. We are not a party that if you say it because Wisi want to contest, then you all the Rafaela of Wisi because you demonize Wisi. No. Everybody, go ahead. And it also gives the followers, the downtrodden, the opportunity to also try to governate to say, okay, we belong to this, we belong to that. At the end, we know that when the party now sits down to say this is how the primaries is going to go, or it's going to be the way the party decides, that's the party. You don't have right over the party. Both individual in the party telling you, no matter your position or rank in the party, to say this is who we want.
All right.
Nobody. So that one we are telling you now has given our party a level playing ground. Let me also tell you that the facts are there. Not me. our party receives daily some people that have never declared from the history of politics. I can give you about 5 sitting here.
Now, I want us to go.
No. When it comes to that angle, you will know for a man that has been somewhere since 1999 to look at and say, okay, no, move for the first time. Where that man is moving to, the man already understands that this is better than the other place. Vis-a-vis knowing that if I stay here, it will work. This other party B, we are supposed to be the party telling you now that this is the person we want and nobody will say it. That's not the truth. But for we to say, because it's so low, to say, okay, let everybody goes to tell you that this is the party to beat in the forthcoming election. Nobody, we all know what we are trying to say here. We all know what we are saying. No. When the time comes, Chiro again will be invited to this place. And I pray, because if you go to my page 4 years ago, the election I put on a Saturday, and I think you people called me on a Sunday. And before I came here, the election was still trickling. I sent a message already to congratulate my PDP people.
All right.
So I will not also hesitate that on the Saturday after the election, Sunday when we are here to debate, my friend, so I wish you first of all quickly congratulate me.
We don't know that yet.
No, I'm not asking, I'm telling you.
We don't know that yet.
Listen.
I will come back to you.
We are not talking about journalism, we are talking about politics.
Please, Uncle.
And the range of the beating will be a beating of no.
Okay, you are not INEC.
I don't need to be
INEC. Now,
have I spoken like this before?
Hold on. Now, from what he said, said leaving it open over 37 is healthy. But for what you opined when you opened your own shorts in this particular discussion, you said you want to queue in behind.
We must have a focus.
An aspirant.
We must
is
have
that healthy for your party?
We must have a focus.
All right.
We are a serious party. We are serious contenders. Maybe Osaron is banking on federal money. That's what he did in Kogi and Imo State. That's why he can sit here confidently and say he already knows who's the winner. Election that is going to hold September next year.
You are throwing jabs already.
Osaron already knows the winner today.
You are throwing jabs.
No.
Calm down.
We have to be serious. I'm talking about my party.
We'll come to throwing jabs
You can
later.
imagine 37 persons sitting here to grant interview. I don't know how healthy that's going to be. So we are a serious political party. We have not asked aspirants not to run. But we are taking power to the central. Edo Central, we are taking power to Edo Central. And in Edo Central, we have a plethora of candidates. In Edo South, we have some. In the north of Edo, we have candidates. But in 2024, for fairness, for equity, for justice, for inclusive participation in the governance of Edo State, for democracy that came in 1999, and up until now, a senatorial district has only done 1 year. In 24 years, I am Benin. I'm Edo South. We've done 16. By November 12 next year, we'll be running up our 16th year in this democracy. I don't not just finish their 8 years. But common sense now. Let's be conscientious now. So power has to go to the central. So that's why in Edo Central, we have our candidates. So we don't want, like I said earlier, there's no point eating up the politics because Edo has gone beyond that kind of politics. We must understand. There are civil service reforms, there are public service reforms, there are reforms that are going on in Edo systemically that many persons may not even understand. Until the next administration or successive administrations begin to build on these reforms. You must understand them. Today in the civil service, there are buildings in Benin City today that has electricity supply 24 hours. Civil servants no longer want to go to, they no longer want to go home after 4 in the evening. Why? Because they have internet, they have electricity, the ambience, the work environment, the workspace is okay. It's humane. Today, if you're not a serious person in Edo, you can't be in government. You have to be serious.
But now
so I do not know.
Now back
I'm
to the
sorry.
question. Back to the question.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
So I do not know how a party can throw up 37 persons for one office. You're already hinting at the politics. There must be issues.
Okay, how many is your party throwing up?
We don't have more than 15 persons.
More than 15 persons.
We don't have more than 15 persons. In EDO Central alone, we have Aswai Udalo. Who is our candidates? Consultations have started.
Okay.
He's a brilliant personality. He's a chairman of Sterling Bank. He has been a chairman of Bank. He has been a chairman of.
So you are breaking the rules.
So we are
breaking the rules.
You are breaking.
Sincere apologies. Sincere apologies. We are queuing behind our candidates.
Okay, hold on.
We are to take over.
Hold on. Gentlemen,
Since 1999.
We should say our candidate.
Since 1999. I'm sorry.
I won't take that. I won't take that.
Since 1999, we have never had it this good.
No.
Calm down.
So we must sustain these reforms. We must sustain these policies and programs.
As a word of caution, as a word of caution, please. There are standard rules which all of you are aware of. We're not to blow the trouble of anyone. If you really want to come talk about the president of your candidate, we have to go to it. You go to that platform.
We all have it.
But this time around, I wouldn't want you to take an advantage of the both of them. It's fair.
Yes, no.
Sincere apologies.
No.
So, though I will come back to you to ask more questions. But already calm down, but already out of the situation. So please,
It's all right.
for the Labour Party,
Yes.
how many aspirants do you guys have to future? And what is your own policy and strategy in terms of target, central, north, or south?
Good. For now, we have nothing less than 8
80.
aspirants. 8.
Okay, 8. Is
Aspirants.
that healthy?
Very healthy. Normally, in any political setting, everybody has right to contest, whether it's 37, whether it's 100. There are party guidelines and INEC guidelines how to prune the number of aspirants. There are some that are serious-minded. There are some that are just there to flow their kites, and others. So at the end of the day, when it's time for us to obtain forms, that is when you will know those who are really, really serious-minded. But for now, everybody can come in and aspire. There are some that are called billboard aspirants. They just put their posters on the billboard.
Like what other brochures have talked about, passers-by, business, and the rest of them.
So we have all these, kind of persons. So Labour Party, we are going to prune and we are going to X-ray, see their competence. Then at the end of the day, and more people are still coming. So we have not reached that position now to have a candidate. We have aspirants.
Yes, sir.
Then those that have candidates or candidate, invariably, was it the people that elected them or selected them? It was one person that imposed that candidate.
I'm the one asking the questions.
I'm coming. Now,
I'm the one asking the questions.
You see, Mr. Ewe talked about equity, justice, that the time has come that EDO should take this into consideration. That is fine, and I loved it. I'm happy. It gladdens my heart that PDP is talking about rotation, equality, justice, and equity. Now let me take PDP back. He's here representing PDP. In the general election, PDP has in their constitution that they rotate positions. In the last general election, Wike and the other 5 governors kicked against the idea of Atiku contesting for the presidency because there was rotational agreement. The national chairman was from the north. Their presidential candidate was also from the north. Where is this equity, justice, and
fairness?
If PDP members voted for Atiku, that means they have jettisoned that rotational agreement in the last general election. You cannot say at the presidency, we will not accept rotation. At the state level, we will now accept rotation. Yes. It doesn't make sense.
All right.
I'm not done here, please.
Okay, please, Uncle.
Then, APC did same. APC has no right to talk about rotation. When President Buhari was there, a Northerner was also the national chairman of APC. Buhari and Ekudije almost staged a palace coup by bringing Ahmed Lawal to take over from Buhari, but Tinubu revolted. Now, the agreement was that from north to south, equity could have made APC to zone that a presidency to southeast. What did they do? They said north, south, dichotomy. It was taken to southwest. At the end of the day, they partially accepted rotational, policy. So now the only party that talks about fairness, equity, and justice is Labour. They have, for their actions, utterances, they have violated their own policy, and it is nothing new. They always violate laws. They always, they don't respect the Jews. This is not the first time. So if you give power to these same people, Obaseki himself came in undemocratically.
Hold on now.
I'm coming.
This is why I put my foot down. You cannot say he came in undemocratically. You're wrong.
Yeah. He was not a party man.
Are you in APC? Sorry, are you in PDP?
For somebody who has been in government since 2008.
Listen, I was once in APC.
So somebody who's been
I knew how he came in.
Honorable sir, calm down.
So, and at the end of the day, so now,
yes,
what we need to do is that the electorate be watchful of the Greeks when they bring gifts.
I'll come back to you.
APC is coming back. PDP is coming back. They are coming to lie again to you, the voter. Beware of them.
I'll come back to you.
You are tired of this economic hardship? APC and PDP are the two parties that created this hardship.
I'll come back to you.
It's time for you to change the government.
Over to you. Gentlemen, I know that talking political party can be highly emotional. I want to advise that I'll put our emotions in check. Because I can sense emotion now flying.
Not from me.
And that will not really make us have a smooth and robust discussion. I know how emotional this can get. But I want to please crave your indulgence to please put your emotions in check. Now, he said, your party partially, the national level, agreed to rotation. You don't have any right to talk about rotation. Now, borrowing from what Cesar talked about, South, 16 good years. North, 8 good years. And of course, Central.
1 year.
Come on.
Wow.
Take it up from there.
What I want to guide my younger brother is simple.
Yes.
He has a very bright future if only he watches his emotion. That's just the truth. Nobody can say anything that can provoke me again politically. Nobody, no matter what you say. The reason is because I have thick skin for it. Everybody that is seriously in politics, seriously minded in politics, are all one. So I cannot come here and sing praises of anybody. If by tomorrow, the person you are shouting his name here becomes a friend of the person you are castigating, what is your own fate? So we should be guided about singing praises of anybody. That's just the truth. If somebody tells you that Wike will be in APC today, government, tell me those that were abusing the government for Wike. So we should be guided about it. The truth remains, there's nothing like rotation in our constitution. And when I started, I told you that our party will look into it. party is the one handling it, not you. We can't shout it to say you must rotate it, you must rotate it. Are you going to say you want to rotate it without also checking and balancing the power of voters? You want to say because of equity and fair play in Nigeria politics, you want to sidetrack the North? When you know that 2, 3, 4 states in the North covers the entire South. Politics is not about rotation, it's about numbers. You want to give Wisi or Masha that has about 4-6 votes within his enclaves. Leave it out. One Mr. Solomon Diase of one party that you don't have about 72 votes from his enclave. Why are you saying it? Because Wisi or Masha speaks English, he's from one place. Those of us will tell you no problem. Go and give it to him. You saw what our party did in the North. And you saw how the blow entered in the East. When Labour thought packing up the vote in the East was the end of the election. Which they did. But what happened when the Northerners started voting? There are things you need to put into consideration. Zoning is one part. Number one is population. Because politics is not about emphasizing on zoning. If you want to take the risk of zoning, we out of the numbers. People don't just say, okay, everybody votes to where you belong to. Don't forget about tribe too in politics. No matter how sincere you are, no matter if we want to be true to ourselves, I cannot see a society where in party ZLP that I know internally from the cradle and abandon him for one cheap boys or 1-4 that grew up in EDO. I don't know. Now my party now gives to him. I don't know him. Then the party get to a society where who I know from the cradle, even though I don't know him. I know before I get to my master Agwe's place next to my hotel, I will see him. If I don't see him, I'll see his father or his people. I will not leave him. I speak English to one people of one say that just came to Benin telling me, no, my brother, we should be factual with issues. There are things you must put into consideration. You don't just risk it. Election is every 4 years. If you lose it, you are gone. It happened to PDP. If you don't also say people should not eat, no, you telling me, don't take it, and people are angry. You don't put them into cognizance, value. I don't want to measure that. I give instance. I don't need to measure party because I give that party value. All right. That's the truth. If the party does not also modify and act well during their primaries, I have always told you, a better primaries is better than a better election.
Okay.
If you joke with the primaries to say, hey, we must do this, hey, you know why we will do this, and you allow, because of friendship, enter into your head in politics, when you are suffering the blow, nobody will save you.
Okay.
So our party has not yet took a stand on where it's going. We have to put so many things into consideration. If you don't put that into consideration, we have leaders now, ex-ministers, decamping from other zones to our party.
Okay.
We must put their sales into the consideration. Say,
I'll come to you about it. All right, calm down. You
cannot say that, say, okay, because of that one, a local government that have over my ward, Ward 7, Oredo, PDP, we have about 32,000 votes.
Okay.
Are you not saying you want to say because leaders are from that ward, you not put that word into consideration, then you not go to take it to somewhere like Ward 6 or Ward 4 or Ward 3 that don't have up to 15,000 votes.
I'll come back to you, but you made your point. On the resource,
I think before the end of January.
Yes.
My brother's party the aspirants there may get up to like 60 or 70 because they now have ex-ministers decamping to their party to pick tickets. I hope they can eventually pick tickets. But he's not talking about competence. We are not talking about capacity. We are talking about Chibuzo, 1-4, this and that. What has that got to do with competence? We are in PDP, we are talking about competence. We are talking about sustaining ideals. My brother, our brother here mentioned the message. I don't know how a Edo man, an Edo man born in Edo, are you with me? An Edo man born in Edo,
Yes.
traveled out of Edo to develop himself, and coming back to Edo to want to run for an office in Edo, and you are calling such person a machina, an Edo man. That is abominable. No Edo man born of Edo, no Edo man of Edo extraction can be termed a machinery. Nobody can be machinery in his states. You have the right. For someone who has contributed immensely to development in Edo, for someone who has been on the round table to develop policies and programs for Edo, for someone who has been ahead of various teams, various economic teams, development teams, women development team, youth development team, and all that, who has championed, who has led teams that has contributed to development in Edo, you are calling such person machinery? No! That word should be withdrawn. Like Wilson, maybe you've done like 20 years in Edo, and you decided to travel out of Edo, and you did another 15 or 20 years, and then somehow, somewhere, you got into the political arena. Can't you run for governor? Can't you run for local government chairman? Can't you run for councillor? At the national level, you can even run for president. Far as you are Edo, and it's proven. Your Edo-ness is proven. Biologically and otherwise. It is proven. You can run. No one is a machine. I can run. He can run. So we are looking at competence. We don't have the time to, I will continue to say it, we do not have the time. In 2024, PDP does not have the time to heat up the polity in Edo. We are going to queue behind our aspirants. God willing, he becomes the candidate February next year. We will all rally behind him.
Hold on. This is where I ask you this question.
No, I'm not. Have I mentioned them again?
No, from what you said you don't have up to 15 aspirants.
Yeah.
And now you're saying aspirant.
Yeah.
Have you people chosen a candidate already?
Have we done the primaries?
Okay.
We haven't done the primaries.
So
Primaries is February. I just said so.
Now let's put
we
that
haven't
to
done the
rest.
primaries.
Let's put that to it, because
So
I know he was going to come up from that point.
I think we'll see.
Yes.
I am thinking that my senior brothers here should at least find time to hammer on competence. Find time to hammer on character.
Okay.
Find time to hammer on capacity and ability to win polls.
Yeah.
Okay. If we have a governorship candidate eventually from Edo Central, and then we have a deputy governorship candidate eventually from Edo South, because we already have Edo North as speaker in the House. So I think we are strategic enough. We must balance.
So that's strategy.
We must balance it.
Well,
Agbebaku is Edo North.
Okay.
Right.
He's not running.
Okay.
All right.
So we must be able to balance the political pendulum to ensure that we are able to reach out to Edo people reasonably, passionately, and compassionately, and ensure that we are able to rally them, and they are ready. Edo people are ready. From what I saw yesterday and day before yesterday and 4 days ago, Edo's are ready. And the Central, they are very interested in this race. Before now, many of them were not. But after seeing what they saw in the last few days, you could see the interest. Avowed interest, avowed determination to want to ensure that they are 1 year now. We're seeing. Let's be reasonable now.
Wow.
Politics. If we are doing politics, can't we be at least 1 year out of 24?
All right.
You have been here for years.
Now let's talk about numbers.
1 year.
Numbers.
We see 1 year out of 24.
Can I quickly
The
respond?
senatorial districts have only done 1 year out of 24 years. And you are here telling me about Chukwu Noso and what have you.
I love this man.
What numbers are you talking about? We have all the numbers in the world to ensure that we deliver our candidate next year.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, over now to you.
I loved this man. He just said less than 30 minutes ago, today, 4th of December, 2023.
3rd of December.
Today's
My brother is used to making mistakes.
Third,
3rd
please.
of December.
Yes.
He just informed the Edo people that PDP, they have they have a candidate.
He didn't say
I
that.
didn't say.
I didn't say. He said. I didn't say.
Remember.
He's changing. Everywhere you said so. And everybody was laughing. Yeah. He said PDP, they have a candidate.
No.
And I said, okay, that's fine. EDO were economically or igiobe. Let me give you an example. When we came back from abroad, some of us decided to relocate to Lagos, to stay in Lagos. Some of us came to Benin. And I asked them, Benin is too slow. That's too sluggish. There's nothing in Benin. Benin is a village. Let me go to Lagos. By our constitution, you have every right to reside anywhere in Nigeria. You will become a citizen of that state after staying there for a period of time. That's where you pay your tax. You contribute to the development of that state. Your children are going to school there. Your wife working there, and you are also working there. So you are contributing to the domestic product of that state. Now, a friend of mine came, saw me in Benin. You've changed your shape, your brand, your beard. I said, I have a barber that is doing it. Then he now said, I cannot barb my hair in Benin because the barbers in Benin, they don't know how to barb. But he just failed to realize that he told me 3 days ago that I have a good mustache. And it is a local barber that is barbing it. So what I'm trying to say in essence is that if you don't see anything good in Benin, that is why you are residing in Lagos. Why will you now want to come and govern the same people you said are backward? So now, many people have said, this person is a technocrat. He is a bank manager. He is this. Because you know physics does not make you more intelligent than somebody that does not know physics. That is your profession. Being a bank manager is different from governing people. These are two different, professions. So for one person to now impose and say, well, this is my candidate, this is the person I would like to hand over to. What is the right of others in determining who governs them? You see, this imposition gives room for people to become a dictator. It gives room for people to become, be despotic. And at the end of the day, we don't have the right democracy in place. That is why I said democracy has failed Africa. It has failed Nigeria. We are not benefiting from the dividends of democracy. If we continue in this same manner, where one individual feels that he is Lord, that the party or the state is now his own personal asset, he will decide and write a will who is going to inherit the state from him. Enough is enough. How dare we allow them, to get away with murder? We are tired and sick. Labor is the only alternative for now to take over from these two political parties, APC and PDP. Look at it. They are recycling the same people right from 1999 to the present day. In the event that they will not get one of them, they will now go to Lagos and bring a machinery or a Russian,
Here you go again.
They now bring a machine. I will repeat it from now till that kingdom come. We are tired. If you feel that you are a good person, come and stay in Benin.
Okay.
Have your address in Benin.
Thank you.
Work in Benin. Let your children go to school in Benin.
All right, thank you.
Then you will understand, just like he rightly said, Obalade said, that if he is walking from his house to Ring Road, he will see Ewe 10 times. If he doesn't see Ewe, he will see his father.
All right.
We don't want to go to Osade. I want Pharaoh that knows Joseph by first name.
Okay, thank you. I'll come back to you.
We must have Pharaoh that knows Joseph by first name.
I will come back to you.
We must have Pharaoh that knows where Ugo is.
Thank you.
We must have Pharaoh that knows where Eruse Street is.
Thank you.
We must know Pharaoh that knows the difference between state road, local government road, and federal road.
Thank you so much. Now, Obaraye, you are a member of the APC. He is a member of the PDP. And of course, a member of Labour. Don't forget we have YPP also, and NPP and all of that. But under strategy, talking about the price tag of the form, so to speak, what I'm hearing from the grapevine, that we're looking at 50, 80 million for the form from your own political party. Is that really healthy if what I heard from the grapevine is true?
Very healthy.
80 million.
I'm not asking you, I say very healthy.
80 mil healthy.
Listen, I say very healthy. Listen.
Okay.
Listen, I say very healthy. I don't need to think twice. I will listen to you. And it's a straight answer. The healthiness will bring seriousness to the play. The healthiness will bring more serious-minded people to the game. We are not going for councillorship here, neither local government chairman. You want to govern a state, and what it takes to govern a state is not Nigeria type of political system is for the rich. That's just the truth. So
just 20 million short of the presidency is healthy.
Listen. I said we are not going for local government. Are you getting it now? So you don't need to. Should they sell it 1 million? They sell it 1 million. Some of us will buy now. And if we buy it, as our name will go down. You should tell us. So you put seriousness to it, and also know that that is how the party grows. Now that's how the party moves. That is where after this time, nobody again. How many people here pay party fee? It's only maybe when they give you position, you quickly go pay it and come back. Nobody pays to the party. This is the period that the party also gets, because if they know they get after this time, it's finished. I get it now. After this time, the person also decide to decamp and start speaking English to tell you this is what people said. That's not the truth. So the healthiness is there. Me, I'm not contemplating on that. The truth remains that when Baba started, Baba mentioned the B-way. I don't know if you heard him.
Yeah.
You heard the B-way?
Yes.
That's my village. That's my village where I came from. Ubagwe Joshua, that's where I came from. You don't need that address to go there. I just told you I'm here now. Go there. We hold our family meetings again, one family reunion every 2 weeks. So then I was born and bred at Owowo Street number 16, New Benin, where I did youth leader for 16 years before leaving business and politics. So I don't need to close my eyes to tell you where Esosa's house is at Ewe Street, close to Mama Sagwe, where they hold meeting where I eat most times. So if I close my eyes, I will tell you to say pass here and pass there. So when you talk about competence, nobody is jokes with that too. When it comes to issue, Esosa is lucky to have two things: competence, character, and popularity. Others might have competence, no character, no popularity. If you have it, my brother, just do any little thing, you become popular. It's hard to get. So telling me emphasizing on competency and leaving the two behind for election. No, that's laughable. It goes together. Competency is good. Popularity is better. You have to. That's just the truth. No matter how good you speak the English, how you curry it, if you are not popular, it's hard.
In politics.
My brother, yes, as I speak to you, I can stand in the podium in any way, no where to from what to vote for. I will mention 10 names, closing my eyes. 10 names. of anybody you are to meet in that world because I've been here. I've spent over 40 years in this town. No, I have not spent 3-4 months outside this town. So this is my place. I don't need to tell you, let's go to the committee after me. No, I'll just tell you, take it. We said that. He will say no work. Take a pass, Paseki house. Pass along, if you get to the left, you get there. So because I've been here, I cannot speak like this when I'm in Lagos or Abuja. I ask. When I go to Lagos, I ask, Oga, how do I take car? He said, download right there. I said, thank you. And I did, and I used that for about 3-4 days. You don't ask me that in Edo. I don't need somebody to tell me where to go in Edo. There was a time in this town that I was not mobile for about a year, and it was like I was mobile because I knew how to navigate my way. And if you don't know all these things, and you say you are competence, you are professor in politics, LLB, LLD, all the degree, you are the owner. Then you now come to Oba Market, and the market woman tell you, or you go to Lagos Street, or you come to area, and you say, what is this upstairs? Tell you this Egede no cow. You first upstairs, you even in Midwest, you are asking. Okay. These are some things that you don't need somebody to tell you. You have to pass through the process to let you know. Okay. You don't need somebody to tell you that for the past since 1999, Governor Johnson, where government is fixing now, it is always a ceremonial dressing. That happens always poet. It will come, it will go, it will come, it will go. You don't need somebody to tell you. So as a governor, if I'm coming, I will tell you that this place is either we buy the church or the right, buy that place and make it a pond to save the water here. I don't need somebody to tell me. I don't need somebody to tell me that when we go to Obeson, before and here, most, it has perennial issue, flood issue. I don't need helicopter view to view it because my experience has done that. So when we are bringing competence, I might be a popular person as a governor. I'll get a competence person as my deputy. What you need first, that easy buy, is for you to be popular. Okay. If you don't say, no matter, you see now it's hard for you to say I'm a popular candidate, even though the person is good, it's hard. But if I was to come here to advertise I'll cross my leg and tell you about him. It will be hard. Because if I tell you anything, you go there and verify. But now if you go and give me one Mr. Johnson Imade, you now tell me, you give me his right up, I will read. If I come, I will forget.
Because it's not popular.
No. If you give me
all right.
If you give me his
profile,
I will read it. You say now you get this one, you go say now you get this one, you go talk. Because I was not part of it, because I don't know it. Okay. I'll come, it will take me time.
All right, thank you.
That is just the truth. We don't need to. What saved?
Time is up.
Listen, what saved that Sosomole when he came as a governor? We had that competence and very good people to have handled. But then the party and the leaders were looking for a popular person. They were not looking for a popular person. I said, go and meet this man. Since he's popular, to go my own.
Thank you.
And he came.
Thank you.
And he ran.
Thank you.
So we don't need to be speaking English about competence. Emphasizing on competence.
This is the last line on this discussion. Thank you. Because
I'm the competence here.
Okay, hold on. Thank you. Sosa, Honorable Sosa. Well, our time is up, so you're going to summarize your point. I would want to delve into some of the issues in the PDP. I want to, focus.
We're saying
yes.
The new EDO projects that we have developed is beyond politics of popularity. Popularity is in two ways. You can be popular for bad things. You can be popular because you know how to develop softwares. You can be popular because you know how to raise dead institutions. You can be popular for this, you can be popular for that. So my brother ought to have defined what it meant by popularity. If I live here and I go to a place like Idogbo, or I go to Ulegun, and I go there, everybody hail me. I do like 10 minutes with them, 15 minutes with them. Maybe I went for an event, and then I spray money, I live there. Hey, leader, chair, leader. Is that what we need in Edo, in the new Edo projects? No, we've gone beyond that pepper soup politics. Those are Izoko politics. We've gone beyond that.
Don't interject.
We've gone beyond Izoko politics.
He has the floor.
We've gone beyond the Yewemade politics. We are talking of technological advancements. We are talking of you. As we are here, you are able to assess whatever word profile you want to assess from where you are seated. Osama is talking of Izoko. He's talking of pepper soup. He's talking of Gedege Nokao. The roads to Gedege Nokao, who did them? Is it not the man that in 2008 they said was not popular? When Obaseki was coming, this was the same ideas they were raising. I've not said anything. When Obaseki came, this was the same ideas they raised. It's not popular. It doesn't do this. But today, has Obaseki not done well? Yes or no? We'll see. He may say no. He may say no. But we'll see. Let me be the anchor for 1 second.
You can't be the anchor.
Not done well.
You cannot be the anchor.
Has Obaseki not done well? If we say yes, as it ought to be, because the governor has done well, is there not a need, a pressing need, to get one who thinks alike? One from the same constituency, one from the same jurisdiction, to ensure that the things that the governor has done are sustained, at least for the next 8 years. At least for the next 8 years. Are we going to leave this state in the hands of those who are perpetual contestants in every election? I know of a man in his party. He has been contesting since 2016.
In your former party too. We were once in the same party. My party that making popular now.
In 2020 he contested.
Thank you.
In 2016 he contested, he lost, but he raked in monies. In the next 4 years, 2020 he contested, he lost, but he raked in monies. Today is out to contest. He will lose, but he will rake in monies. It's not what we want.
Thank you.
Those are deceptive politicians.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Your last line, Honorable Owade, please, gentlemen, calm down. Youths are so, I don't know, it's up to you. Calm down, please. Your last line.
Yeah, sometimes it's good to watch.
Yes.
Two parties, PDP and APC, the two parties that have destroyed it.
You were also in my former party. Two of you. You people left me in this party, so telling me all this one. I don't know what they're saying here now. Look at two of them, former APC, talking to the best APC. I don't know what they're saying. So if you ask former APC, two of them are former APC members. They are left. They are talking.
We have other person coming, please. Bashir is waiting.
Yes,
to you.
I was once there. Yes. I now realized that it was a wrong zip code. I have moved on.
Okay.
Yeah, life goes on.
Yeah.
And life is dynamic. And when you realize that you are in a place where they don't mean well for the people, then you have to look for an avenue to egress and go to a better place. And that is what most of us have done.
Okay.
And we find ourselves in a new environment called Labour Party.
Okay.
The new emerging mega political party. We don't want to be like APC, neither we want to be like PDP. So we are going to do things differently. And that is why we felt that this time around, we are going to ensure that we bring the best candidate. A candidate that will understand the problems of the masses, a man of the people, somebody that will come and become a clairvoyant, be able to see the future of what next. Not a candidate, all these political parties, they don't believe in continuity. What Oshomole brought Obaseki, when Obaseki came, all Oshomole projects, he dumped them. Like the pipe water drainage system.
Stormwater project.
That got over millions or billions of naira. What happened? Look at Ring Road, the same thing. So we don't need that. It does not have to be your pet project. But once you come in as a government is continuing. You don't just So, no, enough is. So we don't want in Labour. We will not do that. We are waiting for the 37 aspirants.
15 January.
Aspirants.
15 January.
15.
And you are not in the party.
I'm
You're not in the party.
I'm trying to make a point.
Yes.
What Labour will do, we are going to sit and we are going to harness, bring all these
Which
people.
part of Labour is a part?
We are
Which part of Labour?
You see,
Because
at the end of the day, now I'm finished. I have the floor.
Which part of Labour? Ask him.
Please,
I want to know.
Hold on.
Is it the Amure or the other guy?
Calm
Two of
down.
them,
Well, there's only one Labour.
No, Baba, no, Baba.
Papa is not a
No.
is not a Labour Party
No, Daddy,
member.
no.
So what we are trying to say is that
You said, no,
You
say number, please.
The structure is here.
Please.
He's a member, please.
No, he's not.
He might be a chairman, but he's a member. Let's continue.
So what I'm trying to say in essence is that at the end of the day, they have 15 candidates, aspirants.
Yes.
When after their primaries, since they already have a candidate, the other 14, they are going to gravitate towards Labour. Because you have different versions. Now you don't know whether they are even meeting with. At the end of the day, all the aggrieved aspirants, they will go to Labour. They have 37. Probably they will go to 80 or 90. Whatever. Well, I know Shomole, for who he is, going to also impose a candidate on the people. At the end of the day, the other aggrieved aspirants, they will come to Labour.
Which part of Labour
will now sit?
So that I will which part of Labour
will now sit?
If I really part of Labour, if I know part of Labour,
no,
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you.
So at the end,
if you are part of
Gentlemen, when you talk about politics, be sure of one thing. Emotions definitely will rise. People tend to get emotional. That's why I wouldn't want to delve into some questions that will hit on the politics in the studio. I wouldn't want to talk about the faction in the Labour Party. I want to talk about the faction in the PDP. I want to talk about the faction also in the APC. Hold on, please. Hold on.
No faction.
I want to talk about the fight also between, a boss and his subordinates. I want to talk about a chairman that has been contested, person being contested. I would want to talk about also the tussle for power between the North and the South. Who owns the party structure? I don't want to go into that because I don't want to let sleeping dog lie for today. And those are my questions to argue.
You balance it. Thank you so much, Wisi.
So please, gentlemen, thank you.
This is the first time you put butter in the bread.
Thank you so much.
We did facts.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. Let's see how all this will pan out. Tomorrow we're going to get to come deliberate on this particular issue because this is just like how many days to go, how many months to go. Only those citizens will want to choose their governor from whatever party of their choice. Gentlemen, appreciate you. We'll be right back after this break to talk some more. Don't go away.